Morning.
Morning.
Some fresh tea in the pot if you want some.
It's all right, I'll make myself a coffee. Excuse me.
Look, Deirdre, I had to go somewhere, didn't I?
Yeah, I think there's a few people round here could suggest which somewhere and all. So, what are your plans?
Well, I'm gonna sort things out with Shelley and Lucy before I get sent down.
You mean get them to drop the charges?
No, I don't think there's any chance of that. Look, Deirdre, I did the crime, I do the time. My brief reckons I'll get 6 months.
You know, you're gonna have to stop smoking in the house.
Why, are you trying to wean me off them before I go to prison?
No, I'm serious.
Yeah? Well, you packed up or something?
No, but I try not to in the house. Ken hasn't told you, has he?
Are you not here? I thought you were too old.
Not me.
Morning.
Her?
What?
You?
What about me?
Who? Oh, come on, you're kidding, not Roy Cropper. Flaming hell, Trace.
So what time are you going to the police?
About tea time. Sergeant Dunn's in court all day.
Just don't change your mind, OK?
Why should I?
Well, Peter's bound to try and get at you.
Why, what's he going to do? Tap out messages in Morse code from next door? Oh, morning. Hiya.
Hi. You know what he's like. If he so much as dreamt you were going back to the police, he'd wheedle, whine and beg until he stopped you.
I do hope you credit my daughter with more sense than that. Oh, get us a cup of tea, love. I'm gagging.
Listen, if he does come looking for Shelley, I'm only across the road.
I don't think he'll dare show his face here.
Excuse me? I don't need either of you to hold me coat while I sort that rat out, all right?
Right. Oh, sorry, Teresa.
No, don't bother me.
Well, it ought to bother you.
Are you going to start getting heavy with me now?
No, I'm not. It's nothing to do with me.
Glad you're back, though.
Really? Well, at least somebody is, then.
Because it keeps them off my back for a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've not really been a credit to them, though, have we, Trace?
Oh, like their parents to look up to?
Look, we can't keep blaming them for everything. I mean, it's about time we took responsibility for our own lives. But Roy Cropper, though, that's a beaut, that is. You know what? I didn't think he had it in him, if you know what I mean.
Well, I'm glad you're amused.
No, I'm not amused. Honestly, I'm more gobsmacked than amused, love. I mean, what were you thinking? Were you on something? Not the pill, obviously, but Roy Cropper.
I'll see you later.
You off out?
Yes, I'm working. Streetcars.
How long have I been away? You're pregnant, Roy Cropper's handing round the cigars, you're driving cabs. Tell me, is there anything else I might have missed?
Your two wives running the bookies?
Ask for that, didn't I? So this baby, what are you going to do with it, then?
Like...
Well, I take it you're having it.
Well, it looks like it, doesn't it?
And keeping it.
Well, we'll have to wait till it's born. Roy and Hayley were gonna bring it up.
Oh, right. Well, I'm glad you knocked that idea on the head.
Actually, it was them that changed their mind. And what has it got to do with you, anyway?
Tracy, I mean, I can understand you, you know, not wanting to be saddled to a little un, but we're talking about this 50-year-old weirdo who walks around carrying a shopping bag and is married to a transsexual called Howard.
Harold.
Harold, whatever.
Anyway, not that I think it's any better, but Mum thinks it's a great idea if we all just bring it up together. Her dad and me. So does that make you happy?
Yes, I think that's a very good idea. Because dysfunctional we might be, but the Croppers, we are not.
Oh, well, I'm glad you approve. So when did you say you were going to prison?
Haha, very good. See ya.
See ya.
There you go, sir.
I've been thinking, why don't you let me take over here and save you doing it?
No, thank you. So, if that's all...
Look, Lucy, this is daft. You're a florist.
And you're a bigamist. Guess which one comes with a prison sentence?
Yes, and I'm also a father who has to pay for the upkeep of his son.
It's your problem. As your wife, I'm protecting my interests. And as far as I'm concerned, that means keeping you from spiriting away the profits of this place.
Listen, I'm trying here to do what's right by everybody. I'm trying to do what's right by you, I'm trying to do what's right by Simon, and I'm trying to do what's right by Shelley, okay?
You'll be telling me how much you've changed next.
Oh, believe me, I don't think I could tell you anything.
call the police.
Great. Save me doing it. Because this is a licensed betting office. I own the licence. One phone call, they close you down.
Fine.
Fine.
Do you care to take one little bet from me, Peter?
Why? You got a dead cert in the 3:30, have you?
Oh, it's a dead cert. I'll put money on you being behind bars very, very soon. And don't expect me to come and visit.
Could have belted you then. I still might. Anyone would believe it's self-defence.
Fine, do it if it'll make you feel better.
Oh, I'm talking to the pathetic Peter, am I? I was wondering which one you'd be. The pathetic one, the liar, that everything's Lucy's fault one.
Can we talk?
I've said everything I ever want to say to you. Oh, apart from, I'm having that sham that we called a marriage declared null and void. Apparently, I have to add this humiliation to all the others. The good news is, you're paying.
Fine, I'll pay whatever.
Is that all you've got to say? Have you any idea how humiliating it is to admit that my marriage, the wedding I always dreamed of, is worth absolutely framing nothing?
Of course I realise, love, of course.
Don't you dare call me that. Oh, and while we're having this conversation, which, by the way, will be our last ever, I've got something else to tell you. I'm going back to the police station in a minute, and I'm going to make another statement to tell them exactly how you've made my life hell, just in case they didn't realise the first time.
I don't blame you. I hold my hands up to everything. But if this is going to be our last conversation, can I say one thing?
As long as it doesn't take too long. I've wasted enough time on you already.
When I made them marriage vows to you, Shell, I meant every word. I really did, Shell, and I did want to spend the rest of my life with you, loving you and honouring you and all that. I really did.
It doesn't work, Peter. Nice try, though.
So remember, yeah, lay it on thick. Tell them what he's been up to today. Sneaking around both of us, throwing me out the bookies.
I know what to say, Lucy. Won't be hard to make him realise what he's put me through.
Bet he was furious when he found out we'd taken that money from the safe.
I'm still not sure he should have taken it.
Well, if we hadn't, he would have. He's only pretending to be reasonable, so we drop our guard. The second we do, he'll sell up, disappear, and we won't see him or his money again.
Well, he won't have a chance if he's going to prison, will he?
And you can make sure he does. Just remember everything he's done, Shelley. It's time he paid.
Bit of a problem, this, Mrs. Barlow.
It's Unwin, isn't it? Miss Unwin.
Yeah, sorry. Stupid of me. Anyway, I understand the CPS are about to make a decision any time now on this case.
So it's too late to add to what I said before?
By rights, you should have made what we call a full and frank statement the last time.
Well, I did, but I was in shock, wasn't I? I mean, there was too much going on in my head to sort things out.
OK. If you can spell out the full extent of the emotional damage Peter Barlow has done to you, that's what I need to put him behind bars. And I'm sure you'll agree. That's where a bloke like this belongs, isn't it?
Oh, believe me, I've got plenty to tell.
I'll start by taking a written statement from you. Then I'll pass that down to the CPS, and they'll take it from there.
Fine.
OK, if you're ready.
Absolutely. Let's do it.